So, Pat, you grew up with your cousin in this parish as well, right?
Right, Kathleen was my first cousin.
So we're going to have Kathleen join us for a few minutes.
That was a CYO.
And that's where the meetings would take place for the women's club or whatever it was. The groups of women would get together. And what I remember is that my mother said, because they were in the rectory and they were having such a good time, and Father Barry would just walk through and say, "Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene." That's how he got them out of there. The time was up. That's what she said. I remember that.
That's good. And what was it like growing up as cousins in a parish together?
You know, I don't remember very much of our childhood there, except for the fact that our families would go to the 7 o'clock Mass religiously. My mother would just march down the aisle so proud with her little group behind her and sit in the front pew every Sunday at 7 o'clock. And at the old church?
Yeah, I don't remember going together there.
Not very much.
I remember singing in the choir, the old choir loft.
Were you in the choir too?
Yeah, just before I was married.
Frida Langford and... Yeah. Because my mother was very active in this parish, very active, really.
Very president many times for the women's club.
Yeah, but she actually, it goes back further than that. When we were first here, she, this is good in my memory, that she organized the first youth group, CYO we called it, and I think we would meet in the parish, like they did with their women's club, and, dance with each other and things, and I think it was a wonderful memory. There weren't very many people. There might have been 10 or 15 people, but somehow that was organized and we met once a week. She was a good women's club lady like Patsy. She really did wonderful things. She'd have canasta parties and, of course, the Sussex and the Dyes, and they would exchange houses, and, they had baby showers for each other. They mourned stillborns. They just were tight friends.
Yeah.
Her mother was the big Aunt Emma's famous bus tours, remember Emma Downey?
Yeah.
And she would organize the trips, and they would take busloads of women to Las Vegas or wherever, kind of like day trippers. Mm-hmm. And they had wonderful times with each other. That was also a very unifying thing. Mm-hmm. Well, religiously, my goodness, First Communion in the old parish, confirmation, actually, I don't know why this happened, but it was at Blessed Sacrament. I think my sponsor was someplace else. Mm-hmm. So Blessed Sacrament for that. I married here. Julio and I married in the old church, and have pictures of that to share with you. 25 years later, we had an anniversary party in the parish hall. Our loved ones have been buried here, married here. It's a huge history. My mother would sit right in that pew in the front row. She couldn't hear anything. One time, she was at Mass on an Easter Sunday. I think Johnny Keller was saying the Mass. And she sat there, and she looked at him, and she said it loud enough for people to hear. So, Johnny, you need to go on a diet. Calling him out for his weight.
And you're talking about Father John Keller. Father Keller.
Because we were dippers. We grew up together. Mm-hmm. So we would come, we'd drive up here for Mass at Lent. It wasn't this church, it'd be over. We went to Lent and Mass. And lots of things. I mean, he was a saintsman, I was a rosaryite. We had mutual friends and had a lot of good times together.